Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Thrive Forever Fit Show. I'm your host, Jay Nixon, and I'm super excited about today's podcast. Today's podcast is definitely going to do what the intention of my mission is all about, and that is to disrupt your current way of thinking, inspire you to think differently, and give you the tools and the knowledge to transform your life into the life that you deserve and desire to live. Now, today's podcast is I got a question from one of our listeners, and it was basically, Jay, how do you transition from a diet such as a ketogenic diet into a normal, long-term, sustainable lifestyle? And the answer is this. The reason I've titled today's podcast From Fad Back to Fat is because that's exactly what usually happens. Now, today, guys, I made some notes because I could easily go off on a tangent today because this is something I'm super passionate about and something I believe in wholeheartedly. My business is called Thrive Forever Fit because I believe in creating a lifestyle that is sustainable forever. I don't believe in gimmicks. I don't believe in quick fixes. I don't believe in hacks. I don't believe in potions and lotions and all this other crap. What I believe in is creating a lifestyle program, a lifestyle maintenance modification program that you can live with for the rest of your life, and not just live with, but live at your maximum potential, live at your full potential of what it is you deserve and desire to live as. So the transition from fad diet to sustainable lifestyle is much harder than you think. And the evidence shows that. The evidence shows that most people gain the weight back. Most people, no matter what it is that they lose, no matter how it is that they lost it, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, keto, paleo, whatever it is, most people, if it's a hack or a gimmick or a quick fix, they gain the weight back eventually because it's all mechanical and mechanics always break down. And if you haven't established and developed a program, a lifestyle nutritional program that is maintainable long-term, you will always go back to where it is you started from. So an example of the hottest trend, the hottest fads right now in the world of diets is the ketogenic diet. Everyone is either doing it, has tried it, is currently trying it, or is going to do it. Companies, nutrition companies, fitness companies, food companies have shifted their entire product lines to Keto Approved, Keto Friendly, Keto something. Fitness and nutrition coaches, trainers, nutritionists, whatever they want to call themselves, all over the world. The ones that don't have a strong foundation in what they believe in, the ones that don't have a strong foundation in long-term results are jumping on the keto bandwagon in droves as well. Somebody out there, guys, it's all marketing. Keto is nothing but the Atkins diet on extreme. Here's the difference. The one key difference between the ketogenic diet and the Atkins diet of old is the amount of protein you're allowed to take in. There's no cap on the Atkins diet. You can eat as much protein as you wanted to. The ketogenic diet caps the protein at about 20% of your daily caloric intake. On the Atkins diet, you also eventually reintroduced carbohydrates back into your day-to-day lifestyle. On the ketogenic, you don't. Carbs are always limited and always low, about 10% of your caloric intake. So, but the bottom line is this: both the ketogenic diet, the Atkins diet, or whatever other hack or quick fix or thing you read on the internet will eventually break down and fail, period. Now, raise your hand right now if you've been on multiple diets throughout the course of your life. I'm just going to prove a point. Most of you listening right now have been on multiple versions, multiple something of different kinds of diets. Some of you guys have done the same diet over and over and over again, only to fail every single time and go right back to where it is you started, right? If you don't believe me, I want you to do this. I want you to write down today's date and the time. And I want you to set yourself a reminder in your phone. And I want you to remind yourself to send me an FUJ note 1 year from today if you're still rocking the ketogenic diet and you're having massive success. This means no breaks, no falling off the wagon, no trying something else you read on the internet. This means you consistently from this moment forward, this moment now, moving forward for 1 year, you stay on the ketogenic diet without any breaks and you're having massive success. You send me an FU letter. I'll gladly read it. I'll even read it live on the podcast. How about that? So with all, and listen, here's the bottom line too. With all that said, this is not a bash keto podcast. I'm all for people doing whatever it is that they feel like they need to do to make themselves happy. I don't care what fad diet you're on. They're all eventually going to fail. This is simply a podcast to tell you why they're going to fail and why you will eventually go back to being overweight or being where it is you started from, or possibly being worse off than where you started from. Because all deprivation, all extreme diets are on my hit list. Every single one of them. The one that hasn't even been created yet that some marketer is going to conceptualize in the next 30 days, that's on my hit list as well. So just consider this a public service announcement. I am 100% all about lifestyle modifications and lifestyle sustainability forever. If you can't do it forever, it's a hack, it's a quick fix. If it has an end date, if it's a 17-day quick fix, if it's a 28-day jump start, if it's a 47-day blah, 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 it is going to break down. When that finish line hits, you will go back to doing what you've always done. And what you've always done has got you where you are right now. I had a client come in the other day and they said, I love challenges. I love to do these 30-day challenges. I said, what happens after the 30-day challenge? She said, I always go back to where I started. I'm like, then why the hell do you keep doing them? I have clients that come in and they're like, oh, well, I just tried Weight Watchers. And I'm like, oh, for the first time? They're like, oh, no. It's like the 17th time I've done Weight Watchers. Guys, if the shit worked, you wouldn't do it for the 17th time. Stop the nonsense. Stop the insanity. Create a lifestyle program, a lifestyle plan that works for you long-term and is 100% sustainable. Now, the only reason I'm using the ketogenic diet is because it's a soft target. It's easy to describe the flaws. One of the main ones is outside of the fact that it's unsustainable for you to eat 70% of your calories from fat, 20% from protein, and 10% from carbs for the rest of your life. There are major health ramifications that come along with these yo-yo fad diets that eventually lead you back to being fat. And most of you guys are experiencing these health issues right now. You're probably just unaware of what they are because you don't go to the doctor. You don't get your blood tested. You don't get your thyroid tested. You don't do all the work. You don't work with somebody who really cares about what's going on in your body. Somebody else just says, oh, no, you need this diet. You need this supplement. You need this blah, 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 blah. And you end up right back to where you were. The purpose of this podcast is simply this, to get you off of that roller coaster. I want you to put the yo-yo away. I want you to create something that's sustainable forever so that you can live a life of health. Get me? Cool. So this isn't a bash keto. This isn't a bash anything. This is simply give a public service announcement to let you know that when it breaks down, and it will break down, why it's breaking down, and what you need to do to not have to get back on that roller coaster ride, right? Who wants to go to the county fair? Not me. The rides suck. It's the same ride you've been on forever. You're on that shitty ride at the county fair that rattles and slams you around. It's not even any fun. Costs 7 tickets. There's some weird carny there, puts you on it. It's not even safe, right? That's the same thing you're doing with your diet. You wouldn't ride that ride. Nobody wants to ride that ride. So get off of it, guys. That's all you got to do. Let's get into some of the health ramifications really quick, because some of you guys are just saying, you just don't like keto and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I don't give a... This isn't about keto. Listen, I think there's some principles to eating really healthy fats, really good proteins. But I'm a believer that you should eat carbs intelligently. Carbs shouldn't be restricted in a deprivation style, because that's just going to lead to long-term starvation. Anytime you starve someone or you deprive someone long-term, it's just going to make them want more of what they can't have. And then they're going to binge, go off the wagon. That creates the yo-yo effect. And some of the reasons that I'm going to talk about right now into some of these health ramifications that you guys are going through. The fad and yo-yo roller coaster, guys, you've been on for years. Most of you guys have been on this thing for years. And your metabolic rate is completely jacked up. Your body has zero clue what the hell you're doing anymore. And quite frankly, it just doesn't trust you anymore. It has gotten to a point where it's a horrible relationship that you have with your body, and it doesn't trust you anymore, and you really can't blame it. It's actually just starting to slowly shut down on you because it's sick of the same nonsense, right? You're getting from your body what you've been doing to it. You've been running it ragged through these nonsensical yo-yo fad diets that you'll try anything. You'll do the HCG. You'll do shots, you'll do injections, you'll do anything, but not long-term. And all that does is create havoc in your body. You're destroying your metabolic rate. Here's one of the reasons. On top of that, on top of your metabolic rate being jacked up, here's one of the reasons why. Your cortisol levels are all out of whack, affecting your adrenals. Prolonged increases in cortisol output, guys, lead to adrenal dysfunction. And let me read these to you. I wrote all these down so I didn't forget one. Prolonged cortisol increases lead to adrenal dysfunction, resulting in chronic fatigue, thyroid imbalances, depression, anxiety, poor sleep, and a slew of other health issues. Raise your hand if you want any of those. Raise your hand if you already have some of those. I bet a bunch of hands just went up, right? You've done this to yourself. It's time to stop it. Is this reversible? 100%. But on top of that, your thyroid, just like I mentioned, is also going bananas, leading to weight gain. Your testosterone drops. And ladies, listen to me. This puts you at even more of a disadvantage because you already have a lower testosterone level than men. So it makes it virtually impossible for you to gain lean muscle mass. It makes it virtually impossible for you to maintain the muscle mass you already have. And therefore, fat loss becomes extremely more challenging. Raise your hand. Does this sound like you right now? Does this sound like something you've gone through, you're going through currently? So the bottom line is this, guys. You have to stop the quick fixes. You have to stop the fads. You have to stop the gimmicks, and you have to create a lifestyle program and a plan that works for you long term. This is the main difference in what I do versus what, and this isn't a sales podcast. I'm just going to be honest with you. This is one of the main reasons, the main things that differentiate me and my Thrive Forever Fit program from every other nutritional coach, personal trainer, online fitness coach on the market today. Is I don't believe in the bullshit. I'm not going to sell you on the bullshit. And listen, it's not that these other coaches and these other local fitness studios and these internet gurus and whatever, it's not that they don't care. They just care more about making money off a quick fix fad because they know you're going to go Google ketogenic diet. And if their name doesn't pop up, then you're not going to buy from them. You're going to go to another coach that says, oh, I'll teach you the ketogenic diet. I'll help you get through that. Right? So they just care more about making the money from you than they do actually helping you long-term. See, the goal for me is I would love to help you create a lifestyle program that works for you where you never need to just speak to me again. Now you're going to want to because we're going to be buddies and friends, but I'd rather you not need to. I don't want you to need somebody like me. I don't want you to have to go on the internet and Google what's the hottest diet right now. I don't want you to go to GNC and get bad advice from a kid behind a counter who just read about the ketogenic diet in the latest Muscle and Fitness magazine. I don't want that for you. That's why my program is called Thrive Forever Fit. The mission, the goal is to create a system, to create a plan, to create a program that is forever. It's not about a hack. It's not about a gimmick. I don't care about getting you ready for a wedding. Listen, I'll help you do that, but in the parameters of what it is that we're doing. I'm not about hacks or quick fix or gimmicks or getting you to lose 37 pounds in 26 days by depriving you and getting you to take these injections and messing up your hormones even more. It's nonsense, guys. And we've got to get to a point. It's 2020. We've got to get to a point where we just stop it. Like, we know that stuff doesn't work long-term because you've done it. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result, expect a different outcome. You're not going to get a different outcome. Your short-term instant gratification might be a little bit high, but long-term, the sustainability of these quote-unquote diets isn't there. Guys, I promise you, you're not going to eat 70% of your calories from fat for the rest of your life. You're just not going to do it. You won't do it. If you are going to do it and you do it and you're honest, send me that FU note because I want to read it and I want to high five you, because if you can, then that makes you an anomaly. And I love anomalies. I love outliers. But for the masses, it's not sustainable. If it was, guys, if it was sustainable, Atkins would have never went away. Atkins would still be primed up. It'd still be the hottest ticket in town. And it's not. Somebody just figured out a different way to market and package the Atkins diet, and they called it ketogenic, and they made it a little more extreme. Like, we're all about extremes, right? In the limited, we're all about extremes in the limited short term, but you can't do extremes long term. You can't run a marathon every single day. Some jokers do it for Netflix, right? They'll run a marathon every single day for 30 days, but that's it. And then they are in the bed for like another month because their feet are broken and they've got, you know what I'm saying? Like this has got to be about sustainability. This is got to be about long-term longevity. This has got to be about you creating a lifestyle that works for you, that you can share with your kids, that creates a lifestyle for them so that they don't have to have somebody like me ranting and raving on the other end of a microphone and on a computer screen because I'm so upset because they've put themselves behind the 8 ball. Now, with everything I've just said, is all of this reversible? Can you really stop the yo-yo? Can you really get off the roller coaster? 100%. Is it going to be easy? Is it going to be a hack and a quick fix? Are you going to lose 30 pounds in 7 days? No. Is it going to be challenging? Are you going to go through some stuff? Is your body going to rebel against it? 100%. Absolutely. It won't be easy. Creating a new lifestyle is not easy. It's about creating new habits, new rituals, and new standards. And those things aren't easy to do, but those things are all we are. You are nothing more in life than your habits, your rituals, and your standards. That's it, nothing more. And the way you eat is a habit, a ritual, and a standard. If you think about it like that, my last podcast I just did was treating your body like a bank account, treating your body like a business. If you don't have a business, it was treating your body like a bank account, treating your body like money, about like withdrawals and deposits. So if you make too many withdrawals, you take too much money out, then eventually there's not enough money in there, right? There's no money left. So you have to make deposits. And what deposits are, if you have really good habits, rituals, and standards, that's making a lot of healthy deposits into your health bank. But if you don't, then you're taking money out. You're withdrawing from your health bank consistently. And that's where a lot of you guys are, is you've bankrupted yourself. So what we have to do is we have to start positively putting money back into that health bank. And how you do that is by creating a new lifestyle system for yourself, by creating new habits, standards, and rituals, by learning the foods that you need to eat in the quantities you need to eat them in. It's not about hacking macros. It's not about that shit, guys. That's played out. And I promise you, this message that I'm delivering to you right now may not hit you hard. It may not resonate with you. You may have already turned this off. And in that case, you're not even listening now, but you may be thinking I'm full of shit. You may not believe anything I'm saying, but I want you to save this episode because I promise you, this is the transition that we are on right now as of 2020. Things are going to shift. Things are going to move away. Our medical system is going to change. Our health and fitness system is going to change. And it's going to be guys like me that are giving you the truth, that aren't hiding behind hacks, that aren't hiding behind quick fixes, that aren't hiding behind pills and lotions and potions, that are going to be the differentiator in how we get ourselves back to healthy. Because we're not healthy right now, guys. We're not. The country we live in, the United States, is one of the most unhealthy places on the planet. And it's crazy because we have more resources than anybody. We have more information than anybody. We have more ability and access than anybody. We have more resources than anybody on the planet. But yet we're one of the most unhealthy places to be. That's crazy to me. And I can't sit idly back and let it happen. So this is why I'm doing this. This is why it's a public service announcement. If you're pissed, send me a note. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Listen, I'm not bashing anything, guys. I'm just telling you what you already know. And you know this stuff doesn't work. Because if it did, you wouldn't be doing it again, would you? So if we can just have, if you want to have an open, honest conversation with me, I'm all about it. Send me a note. We'll get online. We'll get on the horn. We can buzz. We can beat it around a little bit. And I'm not interested in getting you to believe something you don't want to believe. When the time is right, you'll understand what I'm saying is the truth. I hope it's now, because I'd like to see you flip that life. I'd like to see you get to where it is you want to go faster. I'd like to see you live the life that you desire and that you deserve. Because if you're still chasing these fad diets, guys, if you're still doing the roller coaster thing, you're not going to get it. You might get some short-term instant gratification, but it won't be long-term satisfaction. And that's really what I'm all about, is I want to help you create that lifestyle. So if you're struggling, if you're having trouble doing that on your own, my suggestion would be reach out to me. I have a program called the Thrive Forever Fit program. It's unbelievable. You'll get more support, more accountability, more knowledge, more information about how you can build this lifestyle for yourself than anywhere else and anywhere else in the industry. I guarantee you that. If you find a program that's more robust than mine, you get more access to somebody like me anywhere in the market, I'd be very shocked. And I'd love to know about it because I want to give that person a call and say, hell yeah, man, you're doing an awesome job. I'm proud of you. Because there needs to be, I can't do it alone. There needs to be more jokers like me out there that are willing to do this, willing to give access, willing to really get deep in the trenches with people and help them create this lifestyle that they deserve. I've gone off on a little bit of a crazy ass rant now because this is how passionate I am about this stuff, guys. I mean, this matters. Your health matters. Your health is your wealth. And I want to help you create that, man. I want you to get everything you deserve and desire out of life. All right, I'm going to stop ranting. I'm going to let you get on with your day, guys. Thanks for listening. Do me a solid. You got some options. You can go check out the Thrive Forever Fit program. Just go to thriveforeverfit.com. You can join my free group. It's called Wellness Lab Launchpad on Facebook. You can reach out to me. You can DM me. You can email me. Listen to more of my podcast. Do me a solid. If you love this podcast, guys, go give me a rating on iTunes. I love it. 5-star ratings. Get my podcast listened to by more amazing people just like you. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, if you want me to answer, if you want me to do a podcast on a topic. This podcast was listener driven. Like a listener sent in a question, and this is kind of what spurned this whole podcast. So if you want your podcast or your topic talked about on the show, send me a note. I'll do it. This is what I'm about. This show is for you. It's about helping you get further faster. It's about helping you get the information and knowledge you need to transform your life. So guys, have an amazing rest of your day. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.